Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at all the polishes that I wore in the first quarter of this year. I am going to be putting all of them into one video here. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later after I'm done talking about these polishes. But for now, let's just get started. This first one is a beautiful thermal that I picked up around the holidays. This is by Masura and it's called Dark Side of the Moon. It's almost like a sandy beige / nude color when it's warm, and when it's cold it's kind of this like charcoal. It's kind of warm tone, but it's still charcoal. This had a pretty good formula. It does dry. I think it dried matte. I can't remember, it's so long ago. But I thought the formula was good. I thought the shift was really nice and easy, I guess. Yeah, I've had problems in the past getting thermals to transition on my nails because I'm either extremely hot or extremely cold. I'm never both at the same time. So, but yeah, this was pretty easy to transition. This next one is by I Love Nail Polish and it's called Paper Route or Paper Route, whichever way you want to say it. This is a really light gray scattered holographic. Again, a really good formula. It was a little bit sheer. It took 3 coats to get opaque, but honestly I'm not too bothered by it. These I Love Nail Polish scattered holographics have a really good formula and they're not hard to get opaque, if that makes sense, even though you have to do a couple of coats, but I don't really mind doing them. So yeah. This next one is also by I Love Nail Polish. I did not plan for this, but that's kind of the way it happened. This is Alexander. This is a warm-toned, medium to dark gray, scattered holographic. Again, it's that same kind of formula. You kind of have to have the base a little bit more on the sheer side so that the holographic can stand out. And this is why it takes so many coats. But yeah, this was also 3 coats, like I said. Again, the same formula. It was really good, and I really liked it. This next one was my birthday polish. I believe I wore the same one last year for my birthday, but this is by Delush Polish. It's called Say Hello to My Little Friend. This is a white curly with like neon glitter, and then also this like bright red glitter. I remember when I wore it the first time, I kind of had trouble getting it opaque. Again, since it's acrylic, it takes 3 coats, especially if you want that base to be really like stark white in this case. Yeah, I didn't really have that many problems with it this time because I feel like I've gotten used to working with it. And primarily the problem that I had was the size of the glitters. It can be kind of tricky to get it to place correctly or place where you want them to because they are so big, but yeah, I like this one. Next we have another Aloe nail polish. I promise this is the last one for this video. This is Birefringence. This polish is probably my favorite. Well, it might not be my favorite of all time anymore, but this used to be one of my favorite indie polishes. It's pretty much just a basic blue multi-chrome polish. Again, 3 coats with this. Multi-chromes tend to be on the sheer side as well. But again, it's not hard to get it to be opaque. It's not streaky at all. And it's super, super shifty. So, yeah. This next one is by Starrily. This is also a pretty new purchase. This is Norepinephrine. This is a medium to dark red linear holographic. You can't really see the linear holographic here as well as I would have wanted it to show up. But that's okay, I know that it was there. Basically, I've been shifting my light around and trying different lighting setups, so yeah, my holographics don't always show up as strong as they are in real life. But anyway, this was just 2 coats. This was pretty opaque on the first one, but obviously you want the color to be deep enough to match what's in the bottle. Yeah, also really good formula with this one. The next one is by Catrice, and it's called Down the Milky Way. I gotta say, just, right off the bat, I did not like this polish. It wasn't because the formula was, bad or anything. It was just that I don't know. I don't think this polish is that pretty to me. It might just be like the color not working well with my skin tone. Um, I don't know. And it might have been that it wasn't super opaque on 3 coats, which is what I did for this picture. But it's a decent polish. It's not that bad. And I just want to say that if I say that something's bad, that doesn't mean that everyone's going to think that it's bad. I just have a particular taste, and yeah, you might still like it. This next one is by Superchic Lacquer. Again, a pretty recent purchase. This is Realm of Erotica. This is a really, really bright red linear holographic. This is definitely a lot brighter and a lot more almost like neon. I know that there's no red neon technically, but compared to the Starrily one that I showed you earlier, this is so bright. And the holographic, again, it's not super strong in my pictures, but it's definitely there. This was also just 2 coats. I'm always blown away if a red polish takes just 2 coats. I usually find myself having to do 3. But I guess these holographics are different, so yeah. This next one is by Bow Polish and it's called Pandora. This is a kind of dusty pink, almost like jelly base with a scattered holographic and then some iridescent flakies. I could not get those to show up, which was a shame because that was the part that I really liked about this polish. I still liked it. The problem with this is that it's extremely sheer because it is a jelly, so it took me 4 coats to get it to look like it does in the picture. I know that a lot of you are probably going to be like, I'm not going to do 4 coats for my polish. And I respect that. Especially if it's something like this. It's not super special. So, form your own opinions. If you like it, definitely buy it if you can still get it. I think it's pretty. It's just, I'm not a pink person, so it's kind of, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. This next polish, however, I really liked. It's such a weird polish, but I like that about it. This is by Femme Fatale, and it's called Lipstick Arrows. This is really hard to describe, I gotta be honest. It's kind of like almost like a violet, like magenta purple kind of color, but then there's this like icy blue shimmer, and then almost like orange holographic glitter in there. You might be able to see better in the bottle, which I don't have on hand as I'm recording this voiceover. And I'm also recording this voiceover before I edit in the bottle shots and everything, so yeah. This was so weird, but I loved it. Like, it's so unique. It might not be unique overall, but it's unique to my collection, and I really liked it. This did take me 3 coats to get opaque, but I kind of understand that you have to make it more sheer so you don't cover up everything that's in there. So, not a big deal. This next one is by China Glaze, and it's called Don't Be a Square. This is possibly the oldest polish I have in my collection, because I can't remember if the OMG collection, the original one, came before this or after this. But either way, it's probably one of those 2 collections that's the oldest in my collection. Like I said, this is from the Kaleidoscope collection, which was just scattered holographics, but this was back in like, I don't even remember, I think it was 2007, 2008. I think that's about right. So it was really very before its time. So yeah, these old China Glaze polishes, I think you've heard me talk about them. They tend to be really like watery and thin. This was no exception. This was really thin. It took me 3 coats to get it opaque. But because it's thin, it also dries really quick, so it's yeah, it doesn't really matter if you do 2 coats of a thicker polish or 3 coats of something like this, so I didn't mind as much. Overall, yeah, I like it. Again, I'm not a pink person, but I liked it a lot. So this next one is an interesting polish. Again, this is by Gorelova. I think that this is kind of like a sub-brand to Dance Legend. I could be wrong here, but I think that's what I remember reading. This is so interesting because it's like an inky blue purple, but it really depends what you put it next to. Because if you put this next to a blue, you'd be like, oh, that's purple. But if you put it next to a purple, you'd say that it's blue. Either way, it's a beautiful polish. It only took me 2 coats to get opaque, which is amazing. I love all the little bits that are in here. It's mostly just scattered holographic, but I think there were some flakies in here as well. You could probably see it in the bottle shop, but I don't remember now. So yeah, I really like this one. This next one was another favorite of mine. This is by Manhattan, which is a drugstore brand. And for a drugstore brand to come out with something like this was, like, it surprised me in the best way possible. This is a, like, mint green base with these tiny magenta and, like, medium blue glitters. It's so interesting. Like, I like how this looks a lot, but, like, it's not something I would have expected at all. This did take me 3 coats, but again, it's no surprise. And yeah, like, I really liked it. I even wore it matte, which kind of made it look like one of those, like, candy Easter eggs, almost. I don't know if everyone's gonna know what I'm talking about, but that's kind of what it looked like. And a lot of people that I showed this to said the same thing, so that's cool. Then this next one, this is the second to last one, so don't worry, I know that this video is already kind of long. This is by Cadillacquer, and it's called Scent E November. This is a beautiful, again, really unique polish to my collection. This is like a stormy blue Corelli base with really yellow gold glitters in there. And I think that's what makes it unique because it's a really unusual color combination, and I also find it interesting that this base color is not used more often in Corellis. Like, you kind of get the standard, like, black and white and a couple of other colors for Corellis usually, but I don't really see many with this color. And I might just be kind of, I don't know, like, removed from the whole community. There might be a lot, but I've never really seen many with this color. Anyway, this did take me 3 coats, like I said. Corellis usually do. But I like the formula. I like it so much. It's so weird. It's an interesting polish and it's definitely unique, and I think that's what I like about it. And then the last one is kind of like a palette cleanser, considering what kind of polishes we just looked at. This is by Model's Own, and it's called Banana Split. This is a pastel yellow polish, but it's scented. So the thing I'm going to say about this is that I bought this polish when I was 16, which was almost 7 years ago now. So it is entirely possible that this polish just kind of lost its smell, or its scent rather. I do believe that it smelled like banana split or bananas. I couldn't smell it that much anymore when I applied it for the swatch, but again, my bottle was super old, so, you know, if you do plan on picking this up, do the little scratch test on the label, because they do put those on the top of the bottle. Formula-wise, I liked it. I don't think it was anything special. It did take me 3 coats to get it opaque, but I don't have that many pastel yellows, or just yellows in general, so I can't really complain about the formula that much. But yeah, that was it for this video. I am going to be playing catch up on all my videos. I've just kind of been busy, you know? I've been busy with other stuff, and I'm gonna try to catch up as best as I can. And yeah, I hope we'll see you in the next video. Bye!